backed up with bitterness. We are backed up with hatred. We are backed up with unforgiveness. And then you wonder why your prayer life not taking off. Then you wonder why your life of fasting not taking off. Then you wonder why when you read the Bible so much, you're not understanding, because you ain't letting out what is not of your Father. Amen. Say unto me, from all my impurity, from secret what? And carnal what? Jesus, hallelujah. Hallelujah. Church, the Eden are raging. And that raging is a distraction. And it is also a temptation. Am I talking to somebody here today? My thoughts are not yours. The Father sits on the throne and says, boy, where is my people who are peculiar? Where are they who born royalty? Where are they? Why are they holding on to darkness? The devil is bridging your light. The devil attached himself to your meter, and you need to get him disconnected. Verse 8. Read.
For my thoughts are not your thoughts.
The way how you think is not how I think. No compassion is in you. Come on.
And your ways, my ways.
And your ways what? And your ways are not my ways. Say the Lord. Read. So God wants you to start to be high thinkers. Think about the limits of the Heathen. And then you will escape his plan and his trap. Is it clear for you? Amen. Is it clear for you? Amen. Now watch this. There was a war that was going on. And this war is going on up until now. Amen? Amen? This battle is going on even now as we speak. Have you never realized that everything you try in life, there is a serious battle beyond it? Have you ever realized that if it had not been for the merciful and gracious hands of God, you'd be dead already a long time? The Bible said the heathen rages. I think our mind is on the wrong things. I think we are blind spiritually. I think we have people, walking and feeling if something good is going to happen. No, you need to come away from that lifestyle. You think the enemy that we're up against is an inexperienced warrior? Huh? You think so? 1 Samuel 17. Let me prove this to you. 1 Samuel 17. 1 Samuel chapter 17. Let's see there. 17. 1 Samuel chapter 17. Watch this. Pastor, I hope you're getting this. 1 Samuel 17. There's something in this that you are to see, you need to know. Amen? 1 Samuel 17. The Bible is going to explain who Goliath was. The Bible said Goliath was a warrior from his youth. And I'm here to say to someone today, the devil is a warrior from his youth. Now he has been an ancient beast. So imagine how experienced he is. Imagine how experienced the devil is in this battle. Read about it. Read together like university student. Come on, 1 to read.
Gathered together their armies for battle, and were gathered together at Shokon,
Come on.
which belonged to Judah, and pitched between Shoshan and Ezekah
Come on.
in
Jerusalem. Come on.
And Saul and the men of Israel were gathered together
Come on.
and pitched by the valley of Elah,
Come on.
and set the battle in array against the Philistines.
Come on.
And the Philistines stood on a mountain
Eh.
on the one side, and Israel stood on a mountain on the other side, and there was a valley between them.
There was a what?
Valley between them.
Read on.
And there went out a champion out of a camp.
Who?
A champion
Out of what?
a camp of the Philistines.
Come on.
Named Goliath of Gath, whose height was 6 cubits and a span.
So we tell you what 6 cubits and a span means. It is what? 9 feet 9 inches. Amen? One span, 1 cubit is 18 inches, 1 span is 9 inches. Goliath was 9 feet 9 inches. Is it clear for you all? We did the maths before, so we can tell you. Go ahead, read. I'm not hearing you.
And he had an helmet of brass upon his head,
Come on.
and he was armed with a coat of mail.
Come on.
And the weight of the coat was 5,000 shekels of brass.
Come on.
And he had greaves of brass upon his legs,
Mm-hmm.
and a target of brass between his shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
And the staff of his spear was like a weaver's beam.
A weaver's beam. Come on.
And his spear end weighed 600 shekels of iron.
600 shekels of iron was the weight of it. Read.
And one bearing a shield went before him.
Mm-hmm.
And he stood and cried unto the armies of Israel,
He cried to the army of Israel.
and said unto them,
What did he say?
Why are ye come out to set your battle in array? Am not I a Philistine, and ye servants to Saul? Choose you a man for you, and let him come down to me.
Mm-hmm.
If he be able to fight with me, and to kill me, then will we be your servants. But if I prevail against him, and kill him, then shall he be our servant, and serve us.
Verse.
10.
And the Philistines said,
Come on.
And the
And the Philistines said, I defy the armies of Israel this day. Give me a man that we may fight together. When Saul and all Israel heard those words of the Philistine, they were dismayed and greatly afraid. Now David was the son of the Ephrathite of Bethlehem, Judah, whose name was Jesse. And he had 8 sons, and the man went among men for an old man in the days of Saul. And the 3 eldest sons of Jesse went and followed Saul to the battle. And the name of the 3 sons went to the battle were Eliab, the firstborn, and the next was Abinadab, and the third Shammah. And David was the youngest, and the 3 eldest followed Saul. But David went and returned from Saul to feed his father's sheep at Bethlehem. And the Philistines drew near morning and evening and presented themselves 40 days. And Jesse said to David his son, Take now for thy brethren an ephah of this parched corn, and 10 loaves, and run to the camp of the brethren, and carry these 10 cheeses unto the camp, of their thousands, and look how thy brethren fear and take their pledge. Amen? Amen. So now everybody who was on the front line was what? Huh? They were what? Afraid. Amen? Now watch this. The Bible says, now Saul and they and all the men of Israel were in the valley of Elah fighting with the Philistines. And David rose early in the morning and left the sheep with the keeper and took and went as Jesse had commanded him. And he came to the trench at the host was going forth to fight, and shouted for the battle. And Israel and the Philistine had put the battle in array, army against army. And David left his carriage in the hand of the keeper and the carriage, and ran into the army and came and saluted his brethren. And as he talked with them, behold, there came up the champion of the Philistine of God, Goliath by name, out of the armies of the Philistine, and spake to the same words, according to the same words. And David heard them. And all the men of Israel, when they had saw a man fled from him, were sore afraid. And the men of Israel said, have you seen this man that he's come up? Surely to defile Israel is he come up? And it shall be that the man who killeth him, the king will enrich him with great riches, and will give him daughter, and make his father house free in Israel. Now, let me say this to you, people of God. Any day, name day, you overcome the warfare that you are going through, your life will never be the same. Amen. Your life will never be the same. Anytime you break this curse from your life will never be the same. Amen. You will sit back and start to wonder and say, my God, that's why I was going through the things I was going through. That's why the enemy worked double shift to stop me. You will look to yourself and you say, oh, and that's why them send demons in my house to hold me down. That's why, the little businessman try me to have the mind for it no more. And that's why every money we put in the business, it just blew up and we don't see where it goes. You will see the day you overcome this enemies in your life. You will see. You will see the beautification of the glory of God. You will see what God has set out for you to accomplish. Your music career, my brother, it's under attack by the enemy. And another thing, you need to speak less and DJ more. You need to speak less and sing more. And you need to pray along as you do so. Amen. Amen. You are not sick. You just have a demon plague in your system. Because if you can't breathe properly, you can't sing properly. You can't breathe properly, you can't DJ properly. And you make more money if you do your songs yourself. But the enemy wants you to be a writer and someone else sing. I understand what I'm saying to you. The day you overcome the temptation and the destruction, your life will never be the same. Sometimes you say, oh, you never done nobody nothing yet. Sometimes you do yourself in wickedness. And I want to tell you the wickedness you have done to yourself. You carry people in your heart You carry people on your shoulder. You carry them in your mind. And when you see them, they don't do you nothing but you're upset up yourself. And you know what it does? It malfunctions the pump in your body. The heart is the pump. The heart cannot do nothing. Now here you hear the Bible say the heart is deceitful. It's not the pump of your body. The pump of your body pump blood. Amen? The heart is also what? The mind. If your mind does not connect with God, it will be contaminated. And it blighted the growth in your life. Your head, your mind, the steering wheel of your body. No matter what the eyes see, everything filtered through what? The mind. Because the mind is what controls everything. So your mind is what? Deceitful. Wicked mind. Some of us, we carry on people in our heart. Remember I told you before, if you are children of God, forgiveness must be what? Infinite. Amen? Forgiveness must be infinite. Or else, you are not a child of God. Else God may be your stepfather instead of your father. Amen? Or maybe God is your father-in-law. Maybe you're a person, you see someone going to church and you like them and you love to be in a relationship with them and they're a child of God, so therefore you adopt the father-in-law one from them. But your father perhaps is the devil. So therefore you carry the devil's nature instead of God's nature. Now you ask, why do the heathen reign? And you keep imagine what you want. And you're not getting it. And you're not inclined spiritually, so you're not seeing it. I'm not talking with you today. Amen. Are you understand what I'm talking about? Amen. Forgiveness is one of the hardest things among men. And it should have been one of the easiest. Because it is part of the prayer that Jesus teaches us to pray. When he tells us, our Father, which art in what? Hallowed be thy name. Come on. Thy kingdom what? Thy will what? Come on. As it is where? Read about it. Say the prayer. Our daily bread. It says, give you today your daily bread. Read. Forgive us. What it says? Forgive us our trespasses and forgive them also for trespassing against me. So it says, forgive me for what I've done you and forgive you for what you have done me. And he says, after that, lead you not into temptation. So you don't want to be led in temptation so evil can befall you. Because if you enter temptation, the price is evil, and evil will befall you. Is it clear for you? Amen? I understand what I'm talking about. I understand what I'm talking about. Now, we read in the Bible still. So the king says, anybody who overcome, you make your house free, you'll be rich. Amen? Now watch this. Verse. And David spake to the men that stood by him, saying, what shall do to the man that killeth the Philistine, and taketh away the shame from Israel? For who is the uncircumcised Philistine that he should defy the army of whom? Huh? David is going to give us a strategy to put to shame the raging of the Heathen. Amen, people. Amen. Amen, people. And the Bible says here, verse. And the people answered him after this manner, saying, so shall it be done to the man that killeth him. Now, always when you're on a mission to better your life, you will always have oppositions. Amen? Your road to success will never be straight. You will never stop to have oppositions. There are people who will encourage you to press on. There's another who will to distract you or discourage you. There are people who will discourage you. I met a sister this morning while driving, and I saw her say, hey, long time no see you in church. And she started to give you an A, B, C, straight down to Z excuse as to why she stopped to come to church. And I said, but you are a fool. And the reason why you're a fool, because you come to the church and you saw when we pray what happened for you, how the curse was broken for you. Your child that could not be found, we found her. You see what prayer do for you, but yet still you allow someone to discourage you. I said, don't blame the person, blame you. She said, what you mean, Bishop? I said, you're an hustler. You're hustling the anointing, and you think that it would have get you far. I said, you are to be real with God. You need to be real with God. Else his boot will catch up on you. Amen? She said, Pastor, but you know me soon coming back because she gone again. I said, oh, she gone again. I said, that is it. You never complete the mission yet. So why you burst out for joy and you leave and you turn your back and you even start to say bad about the church? I said, this is our problem. When you think you're on the other side of the river, you don't no longer need the stick. But you have to understand the stick wasn't only for you to cross the river. The stick was also for you to walk with. And your journey is far. You think it's the river alone you're going to be needing the stick for? Huh, people? That's why the Bible says our thoughts are not high like the thoughts of God. We are hustlers, we are mercenaries in the spirit. Anywhere we hear say fire there, and that's how we want to go because we want hustler for the anointing. And you got to understand that is a foolish practice. Amen. Why you think a lot of people get their life tied up? Why you think a lot of people their life tied up in many churches that they have visited? Huh? Why you think a lot of people instead of they be blessed inside of where they go to pray, they're not blessed there? Because when they go there, they don't go to meet God. They go to what? To pull the energy. And as soon as they think what they're after is fixed, they go on and they start to criticize, and then they start to persecute, and then they start to do this and start to do that, and then you know what happened? They get catch up. God catch up on them. Come. Let us be real with God. Let us be real with God. The Lord wants to do something great for you. But one of the most important thing of all is to build a relationship with God. Amen. And that is something that a lot of us we do not have. A lot of people today do not have a relationship. You have a relationship with man, you have a relationship with woman, some even have a relationship with animals. But they do not have a relationship with God. And that has been one of the greatest downfall of many people. And if you don't have a relationship with God, you will not have forgiveness in your heart. You will not have forgiveness in your spirit. You will not trust God. And you will not walk with God. Amen? Amen. Read verse 28. So now look at this. David argued David argued with his opposition.
Amen.
And he never take it physically with the opposition. Amen?
Amen.
Hello, I say to you, beloved brothers and sisters, the will of God is to see that you are being set free.
Amen.
Is it clear for you?
Amen.
Now, you need to trust God in order to look above the things that people say to destroy and to distract you.
Amen.
You know when the devil, how the devil win many people, he tempt them. You know. He show you the thing that is good, is nice, do it. Huh? He did it with Eve. He did it with Eve. He tempted Eve. Eat the apple, you will be like God. The devil told her. He said, you will have knowledge, you will have wisdom, you will have everything. Just eat the apple and you'll be like God. He tempted her to disobey God. Temptation is a distraction, and temptation is a luring away from God's presence.
Amen.
Is it clear for you?
Amen.
Read verse 28.
And he,
My favorite verse in this entire conversation is verse 29. But I want you to read 28 so you understand it. Read verse 28.
and Caleb his eldest brother,
And Eliab his eldest brother
heard when he spake unto the men.
heard when he spake unto whom?
The men.
He heard when he spake unto the man. Come on.
And Caleb's anger was kindling
And he
against him.
get angry. Why you think him get angry? Because he think to himself that him alone a warrior. True, he bigger than him brother, him think him alone a warrior. True, he was chosen to be in the army against the Philistine. Him thinks that him alone a warrior, or him alone that can use.
Yes.
But yet still, even though they were there, they were never chosen by God. God never chose them. You know why they were afraid, church? Can I tell you the truth? Because they never had a connection with God. And the fear has caused them to be defeated.
Amen.
If you don't have a relationship with God, listen to me. I speak to you as a man and I speak to you as a servant of God. If you don't have a connection with God, you'll be double-minded. You'll be unstable like water. You cannot settle. Today you won't be this, tomorrow you won't be that. Today you won't do this, tomorrow you won't do that. Today you have a vibes to do this, tomorrow you don't have vibes. That's how you be. You're uncertain in everything that you go after.
Amen.
Is it clear for you?
Amen.
You see, let me tell you something. All of you have victory sitting over your head. But it's how determined you are to fight for it.
Amen.
Amen?
Amen.
Listen, the Bible says the thoughts is like God's thoughts. You need to think as God thinks. Now, part of the thinking of God is that when you think like God, God honors his people for doing the right things. So you are to think like God and honor his work by doing also what? The right thing. Is it clear? Now finish with the verse 28 to 29. Come on.
And he said, why camest thou hither?
He said, why you come down here? Who you left the little sheep them with?
Those sheep in the wilderness.
Who do you left them with?
I know thy pride.
He said, we know your pride and we know so you fast.
And thy naughtiness
Your naughtiness, we know so you fast and you know.
of thy heart.
So why you come down your fast?
That thou mightest see the battle.
So who tell him that David come to come watch war? Who tell him that war the man come to watch?
Wow.
The man make sure, I don't think you get a revelation yet, you know. The man make sure inquire first. The reward. Come on, no man, over the church, the man. We say the man inquire what is the reward. If anybody kill him, where am I going to get?
Amen. Amen.
He want to know if it worth the risk.
Yes. Yes.
Now I want you to think for yourself, what you're fighting for, does it worth the risk? I don't know. You don't need to answer. Just think about it. Why the enemy is distracting you so much? Why is he raging against you? Why is he tempting you to go the next way? Now David went there not to ask and to hold in peace about the war or about killing the giant. He wanted to know if the reward, if it's satisfactory, if it will be comfortable to say, yes, I risk my life and now I am happy. Huh? I understand what I'm saying to you? Amen. Now I ask you today, as you're in your warfare, when you risk your life today in this battle, will it worth it for you? I don't know. Is it something worthwhile while you're here to fight? I don't know. You need to think. Is coming to this place, risking your life, getting involved in the warfare, uncovering the darkness that is, holding down your life for so many years. Does it worth the risk? Yes. You have to look at the risk and you have to look at the reason why they are trying to get rid of you. Do you know that anyone who controls Israel controls the world? Why do you think America left all the way from so far to go in the Middle East to fight for Israel? You think it's oil they want? You think it's just oil? It's far more than just oil. So, using oil, that they are fighting for oil and telling say, oh, they have a nuclear weapon. That is just a distraction. That is just something to keep the public thinking about. Amen? Amen. The main points. Anyone control Israel, control the world, because Israel is the gateway in the world. A dynamic portal is there. A high in spiritual portal is right there. Remember me telling you this today. It's not oil. It's not nuclear weapons. It has nothing to do with that. Even though they do that. The main and spiritual point is because anybody control Israel controls the world. David said, read.
And David said, what have I done?
And when we do while you attack me, sir, I'm not the enemy. Is there not a what?
Cause.
There is a cause. I want to say to somebody, there is a cause. David said, I have a reason.